Hey everyone, welcome back for another video on Legend of Mushroom. We have some news to talk about, and first of all, the developer team heard us about the Cheetah Zero mount and they decided to act and nerf the mount before its release. And this is something great because let's be honest, as I said on my previous video, a death immunity given for PvP for 4 seconds is way too much. We don't have more information about that. They are saying that we need to wait until the release of the mount, so in 5 days, to see what it does exactly. So I hope that they change just that effect, that we are not gonna have the death immunity anymore, and that would be great. So I think that it's still gonna be the top prize of the big events we are gonna have. And talking about the big events, we have that video. This is the first time, in my opinion, that they are making that kind of ad to prepare an event. This is pretty cool, so let's check that together.
We are broadcasting evening.
It's pretty cool in my opinion to have that kind of ad for an event. Generally, you don't have that for gacha games. They are never spending money on advertisement. And I think, I'm not sure about that, but I think that it shows that the game is feeling healthy right now.
I'm honored to be part of the universe.
Or that they are doing bad at the moment and they want to catch more people on the game. Who knows?
Exploration project.
This is an exciting moment for all mushrooms and...
Help! No way!
Alien warriors are here! Can you hear me? What's going on?
That video is pretty well made. So here, these are the items we will get. We are gonna have apparently 2 series of events this week with that mount behind, that pal, and the back accessory, but it's not shown on the screen right now. And then after the 18th of October, we are gonna have another series of events with the same theme, and we will have that mount above. And these costumes, I think, and probably these skins for the weapons.
Rescue the Starfleet and battle between realms.
The first extraterrestrial invasion event will be available.
So this is the event time for the first series of events from October 4th to October 10th.
Between October 4th to October
The
10th.
extraterrestrial invasion. We will have that mount. This is the one I talked about, the broken mount with the death immunity.
Space Samurai to be released. Rescue
The back accessory and the new costume, giving some extra defense and extra attack speed. That back accessory looks really strong.
Mushroom Starfleet from the Crisis. The Conquest of Realms.
And then this is the series of events we are gonna have after this one. With that new mount, this is gonna be the grand prize.
With all new games awaiting.
And a new game mode. So I don't know what is this. Probably just a mini game for that event. It would be great, by the way, to have that kind of dungeon in the game with a horde of enemies in front, tons of enemies. It would be so great just to destroy them using our skills. And if we have such a dungeon in the future, maybe the AoE damage coming from the mount, the artifact, and other stuff like that are gonna matter a lot. That would be great.
Get 3,000 consecutive free draws.
Okay, pretty nice video in my opinion. So now we are gonna go through the other news. The matching in the Voyage season is unbalanced. We are very sorry for the bad experience. In fact, we have been optimizing the sailing gameplay since season 1, but just haven't had a chance to launch it in season 2. To be honest, I don't really know what they can change on that content to make things more balanced. In my opinion, the major issue we had was the number of inactive players. We were like 80 players in total on our server, but only 10 active players. The others were staying at the base, at the camp. And because of that, it was super hard to color some tiles, especially because the yellows were like 28 active players. Directly after we could capture a point, they were directly coloring every single tile. And thanks to that strategy and the number of active players, and they decided to make an alliance with the green server, and they completely destroyed us. That was intense. If you check the ranking here for the different servers, they exploded us. This is the server, the yellow server at the top with way more points than us. And this is the green server. We were top 1 during the 10 first days, but after that period, they made an alliance and they destroyed us. There were like 28 active players on the yellow server, around 15 to 20 active players on the green server. We were only 10 active players, and the red server had only maybe 4 to 5 active players. This is the issue with that content. Inactive players. We need something to fix that. And maybe like have some bots or something like that if you have inactive players, so you can decide to play a bot to color some tiles and have more access to other areas in the map. That would be great. Or maybe add a checkbox so people can check that if they don't want to play that content, other players, some kind of leaders for your server, can decide to play your account. Just your character, your boat, your ship for that content. That would be great. That would make things being more balanced, in my opinion. I managed to be top 1, and this guy from the red server managed to be top 2. In fact, he could get the top 1, but he decided to give it to me, in my opinion, because he had more power than I. He could make way more kills than me, and he decided to stop killing people for 1 or 2 entire days. And this is only why I am top 1. And thanks to the 10 active players on my server, because they were so great. They helped me to push everything on the map every day to capture the city, and thanks to that, I could make a lot of kills. And good job to the yellows and the greens. You were just insane in that content. That was crazy, the stress you added to all of us. Okay, so then add a notice feature in the family chat. In the subsequent game updates, we will add a family message board feature to facilitate Shroomy family management. Please stay tuned with us. Okay, I don't know exactly what they mean about that. Hoping for a handsome male magic lamp skin, a feature to change character hair color. We understand Shroomy's pursuit of diversified appearances. We will release new Magic Lamp skins during major holidays, and according to your needs, add a decoration shop in future updates. Please stay tuned. So more decorations later, why not? Remove the level restriction for the parking war. The 30 level gap prevents many players from participating, and they want to relax the level gap restriction to 40 levels to allow more players to participate in the parking war. So this is basically for new players that are coming. They want to access the parking war sooner. And it's understandable, so they can have more resources faster. Hoping for more family gameplay. A brand new family dungeon is currently in development and will meet everyone soon. This is great. We want new content and we will have some really soon, so I love that. Wishing for more artifact and mount rewards in the Lucky Spinner. And then they are saying that the artifacts are the top tier equipment in the game and they are not just planning to add some in the Lucky Spinner. So for now, we just have only one. That hammer is the only one accessible in the Lucky Spinner. It's giving to you some extra global basic attack damage, and the effect is not that great. All the others are some top prizes we have in the big events. And for now, there is no way to acquire them if we miss them. In fact, I'm saying that there is no way to acquire one because now if you want to acquire one that you missed in the past, you need to spend again to get a second grand prize of on a big event. So this is just undoable unless you have a crazy amount of money to spend. However, they are planning to add more mounts and back accessories in the feather shop and provide more feather passes during the important holidays. For now, we have only one mount and one back accessory, and the two new costumes here cost for 4 feathers, and this is so expensive to get only 1% global stat in comparison with the mount and the back accessory that are giving 10% or 2% when you upgrade them. Okay, so still about the news, apparently we have a new gift code, so you can just copy this one and paste that in game to have a few more diamonds. You need to come here and click on your avatar twice, and then you have a redeem code here, and just paste that code here, exchange, and you will receive your rewards. By the way, talking about codes and promo codes, on October 15th and 27th, you will have 5% extra cashback on Aptoide, so if you want to save a few extra money, plan your spendings accordingly to these dates. And then, before ending the video, I wanted to check that. These are the votes on the pal designs. So we have a lot of different pals here, and I love the designs of the players. Look at this one. It looks so great. This is my favorite one. Pal crit rate plus X%. The design is so cute. Let's check the others. We have this one. It looks like the boulder we have in Mario, right? Crit damage plus 600% for one attack every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds might be a bit too strong, right? 600% more crit damage is really high. Then we have a Cleo. 20% basic attack damage every 7 seconds, plus 30% combo damage every 15 seconds. And when the opponent drops down below 50% HP, increases the combo by 30%. That increase is maybe a bit too much. But the design is pretty cool. Then we have the puppet. The design, I love this one. It's really cool. When below 50% health, the puppet sacrifices itself to deal 5% of total damage received. If it happens only once during the battle, then it's okay. If it happens all the time after the death of that puppet, then it might be a bit broken. But the design, one more time, is really cool. Then we have the Marrow main. The design is not my favorite one, but there is a lot of effort behind it, so this is pretty cool. And there is no skill here. Then we have the Boo Bunny. The design is cool here. And the skill is cool. Throws a giant brain, causing confusion and rendering enemies unable to evade pal attacks for a few seconds. It can help for the new class. Then we have Liz the Gent. Awakens the sacred power of his ancestor to boost pals. So there is no more detail on the skill. What kind of boost? More damage, more crit damage, more attack speed? That would be great to have a pal increasing the attack speed of your other pals. Then we have the Whip Tail Monkey. Pal crit plus 15%. And every third pal crit, you have 100% more crit rate on your next attack. It might be a bit too strong, because if you are playing the PAL class, you don't want to play with crit, right? But if that one is giving 100% chance to crit, you will have way more damage only by using that PAL. A bit too strong in my opinion, but the design, one more time, is really cool. Then the Blue Tiger. PAL's defense plus 10%? Defense on PALs? Or does he mean the PALs are giving 10% more defense to us? Because they don't have any defense. PAL's 80% chance of an additional damage. It can help to almost double the damage of a PAL. Why not? That effect is pretty cool. Then we have the Likagon. 10% more crit rate and 100% more crit damage. And there is the rarity here. This is a legendary PAL. I think that with that effect, it's a bit above the legendary. It's better, it's stronger than the eggplant, and the eggplant need to be purchased to the shop for $50. So I don't think that they are gonna add that effect. But the design, one more time, looks really nice. Then we have the Moon Spirit Hound. Skill crit 5% and skill crit damage 50%. The skill effects here is great. And the design as well. This is one of my favorite one. The Outlaw Panther. Panther? Panther. And here you have all the details. Every 10 seconds, 1000 damage at range, causing bleeding. Up to 2 stacks of bleedings. Increases attack and defense by 10%. Increases critical damage by 10%. Increases damage reduction by 10%. And cast immediately at the start of the battle. That pal looks like a top prize mount or artifact that we can get through a big event. I think that this is way too much overpowered. I don't want to have a pal that you need to purchase through a big event though. Then we have the Sir Beaverton. 10% chance to deflect 50% damage back to the attacker. It would be great for a warrior. Then the Astral Axolot increases the rate of regeneration. If it is higher than the Panda, that might help. And summon a star causing area damage. Pretty good looking. And the last one is the Mushroom Frog. Grants a shield equal to 15% max HP lasting for 10 seconds. Every 30 seconds. This is a good one if you are playing a class based around your survivability or for Grumpy Big Head. Why not? Now, if you want to know the top 3 I would choose, the first one is definitely this one. The design is so great in my opinion. And the effect can be cool as well for the new class. The second one I would choose is this one. One more time for both the design and the skill. And for my top 3, I hesitate between this one for the skill and I love the design, or that Mushroom Frog for the shield. That would help a lot. And if we check what players like the most, we have 3,400 votes for the Likagon, so this is currently the top 1. 3,200 for the Moon Spirit Hound. So this is the top 2, and 2,600 for the Outlaw Panther. So in fact, if someday you have to do a design for a studio, for a company, or for your own, people will vote first for dogs ones. Like the Likagon looks like a dog, this one looks like a dog, and then for cats. So people prefer dogs over cats over everything. So now you have the best advice in the world. If you want to make some design, make them look like dogs or cats. Okay guys, that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and have a nice day guys. See you on the next one. Bye bye.